Can you truly imagine the Boston Celtics, the storied franchise synonymous with championship aspirations, willingly dismantling a core piece of their identity, even if it means securing a future that feels agonizingly distant? Good evening, basketball fanatics, and welcome back to the channel where we dissect the game with the intensity it deserves. The NBA offseason is a whirlwind of speculation, seismic shifts, and whispers that can send shockwaves through the league. Today, we're not just talking about a trade rumor. We're delving into a scenario that for Celtics fans might feel like a punch to the gut, a potential move that could signal the agonizing end of an era and the reluctant embrace of an uncertain future. We're talking about the unthinkable. Derrick White, the heart and soul of Boston's backcourt, potentially being on the trade block, and the Houston Rockets emerging as a painfully obvious, yet undeniably compelling suitor. The very notion of trading Derrick White sends shivers down the spines of anyone who has watched the Boston Celtics over the past few seasons. After Jayson, Tatum, and Jaylen Brown, White has become, without question, the most irreplaceable player on this roster. His impact transcends mere statistics. He's the connective tissue, the defensive anchor, the clutch shotmaker, and the quiet leader who elevates everyone around him. At 31 years old, White isn't just a role player. He's the prototype of what every championship-contending team dreams of having in a third star. He's a skilled scorer with eye-opening shooting numbers, demonstrating an uncanny ability to knock down crucial shots from beyond the arc and finish efficiently around the rim. His positional versatility allows him to guard multiple positions, seamlessly transitioning between point guard, shooting guard, and even small forward duties, adapting to whatever the defensive scheme demands. And then there's his defensive acumen, a relentless, disruptive force capable of derailing even the most elite offensive rhythms. An NBA champion and a two-time All-Defense honoree, White is not just a valuable asset. He's a prime candidate to add an All-Star nod to his already impressive resume in the upcoming 2025-26 season. His presence on the court is a constant reminder of Boston's championship pedigree, a testament to the grit and determination that defines their identity. But here's where the narrative takes a sharp, unsettling turn. The Boston Celtics find themselves in uncharted, perilous territory. This offseason has been nothing short of a gut punch, with multiple All-Stars departing the franchise. Drew Holiday, Al Horford, and Kristaps Porzingis, a trio of foundational pieces, each contributing significantly to Boston's recent successes, have all moved on either via trades or through free agency. The collective talent and veteran leadership lost in a single summer is staggering. And as if that weren't enough, the very cornerstone of the franchise, Jayson Tatum, is currently recovering from a torn Achilles tendon. The whispers from medical circles suggest a realistic, albeit terrifying, possibility that Tatum could miss the entire 2025-26 season. Imagine that your undisputed superstar sidelined for an entire campaign, while the supporting cast around him has been dramatically reshaped. This confluence of devastating events creates a scenario where the unthinkable becomes a grim possibility. If the Celtics season, against all hopes and prayers, goes south, if the team struggles to find cohesion, if the losses mount, and if Tatum's recovery timeline stretches into an agonizing eternity, then the front office might be forced to turn an eye towards an even more dramatic restructuring of the team. This isn't just about making minor adjustments. It's about a complete reevaluation, a painful decision to pivot from contending to rebuilding, or, at the very least, retooling for a future that feels agonizingly distant. In such a dire circumstance, the Houston Rockets would likely be the first team on the phone, ready to pounce on an opportunity that could reshape their own trajectory. Let's be clear, Boston trading Derrick White would be a monumental decision. A move that would effectively and heartbreakingly signal the end of the current era of Celtics basketball. While Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, and a fully recovered Jayson Tatum would still form a tremendous trio, White's departure would rip a gaping hole in the team's fabric, both on the court and within the locker room. He's more than just a player. He's a pivotal figure, a steadying presence, and a culture setter. The emotional weight of such a decision would be immense, a testament to the harsh realities of professional sports. However, if there's one team that possesses the assets and the motivation to entice the Celtics to consider trading White at their lowest point, it would undoubtedly be the Houston Rockets. Houston has been aggressively building for the future, accumulating a treasure trove of young talent and draft capital. They are a team on the rise, hungry for a veteran presence who can provide leadership, defensive prowess, and consistent offensive production, precisely what White offers. The Rockets have a surplus of assets to offer Boston, particularly in regard to up-and-coming talent with both untapped potential and intriguing immediate value. This includes captivating young forwards such as Tari Eason and Jabari Smith Jr., and the compelling two-way guard, Sheppard. Let's break down what these young Rockets could bring to Boston. Tari Eason and Jabari Smith Jr. are tremendous defensive forwards, both with significant room to grow on both ends of the floor. They possess the athleticism, length, and defensive instincts to instantly step into a starting lineup and provide invaluable support to Jaylen Brown, and once he's healthy, Jayson Tatum. They could form a formidable defensive force, capable of switching across multiple positions and disrupting opposing offenses. On the offensive end, their versatility allows them to fill multiple roles, from spot-up shooting to attacking the rim, offering a dynamic blend of skills that would complement Boston's existing stars. Then there's Sheppard, a player who, despite coming off a tough rookie season where minutes were difficult to come by, possesses an undeniable upside. He's an explosive athlete with incredibly active hands on defense, constantly harassing ball handlers and generating turnovers. In college, he posted elite efficiency as a shooter, showcasing a smooth stroke and the ability to stretch the floor. In many respects, the Celtics are uniquely qualified to incorporate Sheppard into their rotation. Their established defensive system and emphasis on floor spacing would allow him to thrive as a defensive specialist and a reliable perimeter shooter, slowly developing the rest of his game without immense pressure. The combination of Eason, Smith, and Sheppard, along with potentially other assets Boston might target, could solidify the Celtics' front court and alleviate significant pressure from their offensive stars, providing a much-needed injection of youth, athleticism, and defensive tenacity. Of course, the logistics of a trade could prove complicated, primarily due to the matter of matching salaries. Crafting a deal that satisfies both teams under the strictures of the NBA's collective bargaining agreement would require intricate maneuvering and creative accounting. Furthermore, it's far from clear if the Celtics, even in their darkest hour, would agree to anything the Rockets can offer. The emotional attachment to White, coupled with the inherent risk of trading a proven commodity for potential, makes this a decision fraught with peril. However, it's a conversation that will undoubtedly be held, a scenario that will be explored in depth, especially if Houston remains in dire need of a veteran point guard and Boston finds itself undeniably trending downward. This isn't just about a potential trade, it's about the agonizing choices that define a franchise's trajectory. For the Boston Celtics, the prospect of trading Derrick White represents a crossroads, a moment where the painful reality of their current situation clashes with the enduring hope of future glory. It's a decision that could either accelerate a necessary rebuild or plunge the team into an even deeper abyss of uncertainty. The basketball world will be watching, holding its breath, as the Celtics navigate these treacherous waters, forced to weigh the irreplaceable value of a present-day champion against the tantalizing, yet uncertain promise of tomorrow. So, what are your thoughts on this seismic possibility, Basketball Nation? Could you stomach seeing Derrick White in a Rockets jersey, even if it meant a brighter future for Boston? What combination of Rockets assets would make this trade palatable for Celtics fans? Let us know your passionate opinions, your strategic insights, and your emotional reactions in the comments below. If this deep dive into the NBA's high-stakes chess match resonated with you, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive analysis and unfiltered takes. Until next time, keep your eyes on the court, because in this league, anything can happen.